Hey y'all, how's it going? It's your boy Kennard Lewis. We in the flesh, we doing it right. And I'm here today to talk to you about a topic that I think that we need to do a better job at. And that's about responding to ignorance or even just responding to people who don't know a lot or don't know the very thing that you're discussing or that or that you know, right? And again, that could be also the way we respond to ourselves not knowing, because sometimes we get embarrassed, people get embarrassed. It's a vulnerable position to be in when you realize that you don't know anything, that you look, or you feel stupid, and you're appearing stupid to other people, but you're not stupid, you're not dumb, you know, you're not unintelligent, you know. And that's something to realize too, is that just because that you don't know anything, it doesn't mean that you're less than other people. And I think that just because you know something and somebody else doesn't mean that you're more than other people. And that's why I want to talk about responding to ignorance and responding to the lack of information that people have, because sometimes people are just not exposed to it. And I know you in your world right now, like how are you not exposed to it? It's plaguing this country. It's in the world. Like, there's Google, and it's true. There's books. There's a lot out there. Trust. I know. I know. And sometimes it can get frustrating when people don't know stuff, because the information's out there. But sometimes we don't we don't need that information all the time, so we don't search for it. Or the information hasn't found us, so we don't find value in it. Or we've learned to live without the information for so long that now it's coming to us. It's like, oh snap! Like, I didn't know I needed to know that. And this is the issue, is that, yeah, there is a level of accountability that I think we all take when we don't know stuff. But I think we need to do a better job at not mocking people, not embarrassing people, not making people feel bad, not laughing at them for not knowing anything. It's like, yeah, again, you're in your world, but like, yo, what if you were faced with the same situation and you didn't know stuff? I know there's many times where you didn't know anything and you're new to something. And it's like it's unnatural. It's unnatural, and it's like you want to learn something, you want to be a part of the scene, but you just don't get it. And sometimes that's what it is. It's like people just don't know how to comprehend the information, so people don't search more about the information. People don't know how to grasp onto the information. So when people are confronted with the information, and then like, oh, you don't know that? Yeah, I don't know because I don't know how to understand it, break it down. I don't know. People sometimes don't have the resources or the tools to have the information that's out there to be broken down for them to understand. And I think that's what we need to come to approach, is that sometimes you're an expert at something, but don't act like an ass because you're an expert. Don't do that. You don't have to act like a jerk, a prick. Like, you don't gotta do that. And I think it's very important that we show people compassion and kindness when they don't know, because I know for a fact that I don't know stuff. And I think that we shouldn't be ashamed at not knowing stuff. It's okay to not know stuff. There's so many possibilities. There's so many scenarios in this world, and I know that we think that there's a certain level of information that we all should have. But sometimes people don't have that access. Some people just don't know how to comprehend that. So are we gonna make fun of them? We gonna laugh at them? No, let's channel the information. Let's spread it around. Wisdom, knowledge, that's universal. If you know, tell me. If I know, I'm gonna tell you. Don't mock me. Don't laugh. Like, that's what it is, and that goes for reading, writing, financial literacy, how to buy a house, like doing your taxes, like cooking, washing your clothes, like even the simplest of things. Sometimes people don't know how to really do because they didn't have to do it growing up. You gotta look. You gotta step out of yourself, step out of your implicit biases, and take a look. Take a look and realize that we all just don't know anything. And we gotta be kinder. take a look at yourself and be like, yeah, I know something, so I'm going to share it. Because I know for a fact that we wouldn't want to be treated that way. Ask for help if you need it. You know, ask the world or ask people to break down the information if you need it. And we should be more willing to help people that don't know. And even if they're resistant, unfortunately, because that can happen, sometimes cognitive dissonance is a thing for people when they are ignorant. But if people are willing to learn, or even if you're so shocked, let's hide let's hide that reaction. Because it's not going to make people feel good. Them being laughed at is vulnerable. It's vulnerable. So let's be more mindful. Let's teach each other. Let's not be so ashamed of not knowing stuff. Let's not be ashamed for asking for help, for looking at something, for asking questions. I know it's scary because I face that same fear sometimes too. But I know that if we look at each other and learn from each other and talk to each other about the things that we don't know, maybe more relationships will be built and then more information will be understood. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.